Good morning, students. Students, in our previous lecture, we have done with you the methods and the methods of preparation and the properties of alcohols and phenols. Student, today we will be discussing with you ethers. As you all know, ethers are represented as ROR. Regarding the nomenclature part, isomerism and their electronic structure, we have done in the introduction of this chapter. Today, we start our discussion with the general methods of preparation of ethers. And the first method of preparation of ether is by dehydration of alcohols. First method will be by dehydration of alcohols. So, how are the ethers prepared? And prepared by dehydration of alcohols. So, how do we prepare it? By the dehydration of alcohols. Now, students, alcohols, if I first of all discuss with you the acid catalyzed dehydration. If we discuss over here acid catalyzed dehydration. Acid catalyzed dehydration. Now, if you take alcohols, two molecules of alcohol, and treat it with concentrated sulfuric acid at the temperature of 413 Kelvin, it will result in the formation of ether. Alcohol. These are two molecules of alcohols. Alcohols on dehydration in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. Alcohols on dehydration in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid at the temperature of 413 Kelvin. It will result in the formation of ether molecule. Molecule of water will be given out, and the product obtained in this case will be ether molecule. So, it will result in the formation of ROR plus a molecule of water will be given out. Am I clear? So, it will result in the formation of ether molecule. I think I shall be very clear. What have we taken over here? We have taken two molecules of alcohol. As for example, these are alcohols, and we have taken the two molecules of alcohol. As for example, if we take ethyl alcohol and we take two molecules of alcohol, and the dehydration occurs in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid at the temperature of 413 Kelvin. A molecule of water will be given out, and this will result in the formation of ether molecule. The product obtained will be ether plus a molecule of water will be given out. And this is a diethyl ether. What is obtained over here? It will be a diethyl ether molecule will be obtained. Am I clear? Now, if you go for the mechanism of this reaction, it is a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Mechanism. This will be bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Mechanism of this reaction will be bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Nucleophilic substitution reaction. I mean to say SN2 reaction. When I say SN2 or a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Here in this mechanism, we have a step number 1. In step number 1, there will be a protonation of alcohol. Proton will be provided by the acid and there will be protonation of alcohol to form oxonium salt. Step 1 will be the protonation of alcohols to form oxonium salt. Protonation of alcohol to form oxonium salt. Like if you take this one, CH3CH2 and then O and then H. These are alcohol. Alcohol will react with proton from an acid. This will be from acid. And this will result in the formation of protonated alcohol, which will be a oxonium salt. So it will result in the formation of CH3 and then CH2. Then O, this will be H or H. So formation of protonated alcohol will take place. So this is a protonated alcohol, an oxonium salt. Now step number 2 will be the attack of another ethanol molecule to form protonated ethoxy ether. Step number 2 will be the attack of another unprotonated alcohol on protonated alcohol to form protonated alkoxy alkane. Attack of unprotonated alcohol. Attack of unprotonated alcohol on protonated alcohol occurs to form protonated ethoxy ethane, to form protonated ethoxy ethane. To form protonated ethoxy ethane. How will that reaction take place? This is alcohol, protonated alcohol, CH3, CH2, O, then H and H. On this molecule, the attack of unprotonated alcohol molecule will take place. How will that take place? This is let me take the protonated alcohol and unprotonated alcohol. This is unprotonated alcohol. It will attack on the protonated alcohol. How? This will be CH3, then CH2. This will be O with a pair of electron H and H. Now in this case, this alkyl group will attack on this. This reaction will be slow. Molecule of water will be given out, or in fact I must say the molecule of water will be given out. This will be given out, this will attack on this, and this will result in the formation of CH3, CH2, protonated ethoxy ethane. A molecule of water will be given out. This step will be the slow step and the rate determining step. So formation of a protonated ethoxy ethane, protonated ethoxy ethane will take place. The step over here will be a slow step. Am I clear? So this is going to be a slow step. Then we have a step number 3. In step number 3, there will be a loss of proton to form alkoxy alkane. There will be loss of proton to form ethoxyethane. Loss of a proton to form ethoxyethane. This step will be the fast step. How? This will be CH3 and then CH2. Then we have O, H and CH2 and CH3. From this molecule there will be a fast step and there will be loss of proton. The step will be fast, and when the fast step takes place, it will result in the formation of CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3 plus hydrogen ion will be given out. And this is the formation of ethoxyethane. So product will be obtained and this product will be ethoxyethane. Tell me, student, whether I am getting it clear for you or not. And this is a protonated ethoxyethane. Protonated ethoxyethane. So in the fast step, elimination of proton will take place and this will result in the formation of ethoxyethane. This is how the formation of ether occurs by acid catalyzed dehydration of alcohol. The mechanism can be asked in the board examination. It will be bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Then there is another way from preparation of alcohol, and this will be by catalytic dehydration. Catalytic dehydration. How do we prepare ether? By catalytic dehydration. In this case, student, only symmetrical ether can be prepared. We will be taking 2 molecules of alcohol or the vapors of alcohol when passed over vapors of aluminium oxide at the temperature of 523 Kelvin. It will result in the formation of symmetrical ethers. If we take alcohol and the vapors of alcohol are passed over aluminium oxide at the temperature of 573 Kelvin, it will result in the formation of ether molecule plus a molecule of water will be given out. So what is obtained over here? It will result in the formation of ether. So only symmetrical ether can be prepared by this method. As for example, if we take 2 molecules of ethyl alcohol, 2 molecules of ethyl alcohol when heated with aluminium oxide at the temperature of 573 Kelvin, it will result in the formation of diethyl ether. The product obtained will be diethyl ether. Molecule of water will be given out. As a note, you may remember, only symmetrical ethers are prepared by this method. So only symmetrical ethers. Only symmetrical ethers are obtained by this method. Only symmetrical ethers are obtained by this method. Obtained by this method. So by this method we may prepare the ether which will be a symmetrical ether. Fine. Now if we go to the second method of preparation of ethers, it will be by heating alkyl halide with dry silver oxide. Here again the symmetrical ether will be prepared. So by heating, first was from alcohol, second is from alkyl halide. By heating alkyl halide with dry silver oxide, by heating alkyl halide with dry silver oxide. If you take alkyl halide and heat it with dry silver oxide, alkyl halide when made to react with silver oxide, and we heat, it will result in the formation of ether molecule. plus silver halide will be given out. As for example, if you take 2 molecules of ethyl chloride, 2 molecules of ethyl chloride when made to react with silver oxide, it will result in the formation of and heat. The product obtained will be diethyl ether. Plus silver chloride will be given out. Silver chloride will be given out. So, 2 methods we have done, student. Now, the next will be the Williamson synthesis, which is very important method of preparation. Now, the third and a very important method of preparation of ether is by Williamson synthesis. How do we prepare it? By Williamson's synthesis. By Williamson synthesis. Now, see students, this is very important method and can be asked as a short note in the board examination. In Williamson synthesis, what we do? We take sodium alkoxide is heated with alkyl halide. Sodium alkoxide when heated with alkyl halide at the temperature of 330 Kelvin over here, heated at the temperature of, or simply you may write down heat also. The reaction will follow SN2 reaction mechanism. Sodium halide will be given out and this will result in the formation of ether plus sodium halide will be given out. So, product obtained over here will be ether. Am I clear? This is a sodium alkoxide. So, if you take sodium alkoxide, and this is alkyl halide. Sodium alkoxide and alkyl halide. As for example, if you take sodium ethoxide, when it is heated with ethyl chloride, sodium ethoxide when made to react with ethyl chloride and heated under the same condition, it will result in the formation of diethyl ether. The product obtained will be diethyl ether plus sodium chloride will be given out. I think I shall be very clear, student. The mechanism of the reaction will be nucleophilic substitution reaction or bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. This is SN2 reaction, which is a bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Nucleophilic substitution reaction. Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Fine. How will it take place? If you take sodium ethoxide, it will dissociate to form the ethoxide ion and the sodium ion. Ethoxide ion and sodium ion. Now, this ethoxide ion and alkyl iodide will react with each other. Ethoxide ion and ethyl iodide will react with each other. And this reaction is supposed to be the slow reaction. And this will result in the formation of a reaction intermediate. And this will be C2H5, O, and then C2H5, and then I. Fine. This portion will try to exit from here, and this will try to attach over here. And this is the reaction intermediate. The next step over here will be the fast step. It will result in the formation of ether and iodide ion will be given out. So product obtained over here will be diethyl ether. And iodide ion will be given out. Then this sodium ion, which was formed in the first step, will combine with this iodide ion and result in the formation of sodium iodide. So this is what mechanism is. This is SN2 nucleophilic bimolecular substitution reaction. Now in SN2 reaction, just see the note over here. Order of reactivity. Of alkyl halide for SN2 reaction is 1 degree is more as compared to 2 degree as compared to 3 degree alkyl halide. One degree is more as compared to 2 degree as compared to 3 degree alkyl halide. So to prepare ethers, alkyl halide should be primary to get the better yield. However, if alkyl halide are secondary or tertiary, in the case of a tertiary, alkenes will be the major product. In the case of a secondary alkyl halide, alkenes and ethers both are formed, but alkenes will be the major product. Fine. Hence, alkyl halide should be primary. Primary means 1 degree for better yield. As for example, if I carry out the reaction with ethyl bromide and alkoxide ion, alkoxide should be (3 degree or 2 degree. If I take alkoxide ion as 3 degree, so alkoxide is 3 degree, alkyl halide is 1 degree. In this case, the major product will be ether. Am I clear? And we heat this. The major product will be ether. This will be CH3 and then CH2, then O, then C. This will be CH3, CH3 and CH3. So this is tertiary butyl ethyl ether is formed. So answer obtained over here will be ethyl minus sodium bromide. Ethyl tertiary butyl ethyl ether. Ethyl tertiary butyl ether. Am I clear, student? Now, if alkyl halide is 1 degree, alkoxides are 3 degree, answer will be ether. However, if we carry out the reaction this way, CH3, C, CH3, CH3. If we take alkyl halide as 3 degree alkyl halide, fine, and alkoxide as 1 degree, and we heat. So in this case, the major product will be alkene. Am I clear? The major product of the reaction will be alkene. Just see, ether are not formed. So this can become a very important question in the board examination. Plus sodium chloride plus ethyl alcohol will be given out. And the product obtained over here will be isobutylene. So it will result in the formation of isobutylene. Am I clear? This is sodium ethoxide. The product over here is sodium ethoxide. Fine. So what have I written over here? Order of reactivity for SN2 for alkyl halide is 1 degree is more as compared to 2 degree as compared to 3 degree. So better yield will be obtained when alkyl halide is primary and alkoxide ion should be secondary or tertiary. However, if alkyl halide is taken as secondary, CH3CH, Br and CH3, and alkoxide ions are taken as 1 degree, this will be plus Na positive, O CH3 negative, and we heat. Student, in this case also, although both alkenes and ethers are formed, but the major reaction, major product will be alkenes. It will result in the formation of CH3, CH double bond CH2, plus ether will be formed. This will be CH3, C, CH3 and OCH3. Am I clear? But this will be about 80% and this will be about 20%. So here all the both are formed, but the major product will be alkenes. Sodium bromide will be given out. Am I clear? So it must be remembered that for better yield, alkyl halide should be primary, whereas alkoxide ion should be secondary or tertiary. Most probably alkyl halide is primary and alkoxide is tertiary, then that case will be the best result. Now for phenolic ethers, preparation, or I may say for aromatic ether preparation, alkoxide ion should be, or I must say alkyl halide should be primary and phenolic alkoxide must be taken. For phenolic ether preparation, sodium phenoxide, or I may say phenolic ethers can be prepared by treating sodium phenoxide, can be prepared by treating sodium phenoxide with alkyl halide, by treating sodium phenoxide with alkyl halide. How will this reaction take place? If you take sodium phenoxide and made to react with a, suppose let me say methyl iodide, and this is heated, mechanism again will be nucleophilic, of course SN2 reaction mechanism. It will result in the formation of anisole. The product obtained will be OCH3 plus sodium iodide will be given. This is anisole. Am I clear? This is sodium phenoxide. And this is methyl iodide. Is it getting clear? However, if we carry out this reaction, suppose iodoalkane we take, and over here we take sodium ethoxide or methoxide, and we heat, this reaction is not possible. Am I clear, student? In this case, this reaction will not be possible. Why not possible? Because nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloarenes does not occur easily, as I discussed in the chapter of haloalkanes and haloarenes. Am I clear? So if you want to prepare the aromatic ether, alkyl halide should be primary and phenoxide should be, or ONA group should be attached to the aromatic ring. So students, these are some of the general methods of preparation of ethers. So how many methods we have done? First was dehydration of alcohol. When two molecules of alcohol undergo dehydration, In presence of concentrated H2SO4, it results in the formation of ether. Mechanism was nucleophilic substitution reaction. Second part of that was by heating alkyl halide with dry silver oxide. Am I clear? We also discussed the preparation of symmetrical ether by catalytic dehydration. When two molecules of alcohol undergo dehydration in presence of aluminum oxide, then the symmetrical ethers can be prepared. And the last method of preparation that we discussed was the Williamson synthesis, which is very important. Sodium alkoxide, when react with alkyl halide, it results in the formation of ether. Mechanism nucleophilic substitution reaction, it was SN2 reaction mechanism. Important case was that for the better yield of ether, alkyl halide should be primary and alkoxide should be tertiary. However, if alkyl halide is tertiary or secondary, the major product will be alkene. For the preparation of phenolic ether, we have to take sodium phenoxide and alkyl halide. If you take aryl halide and sodium alkoxide, in that case the nucleophilic substitution reaction will not be possible. I think, student, I have been able to discuss with you very precisely the method of preparation of ether, in which the Williamson synthesis is a very important question as far as the board examination is concerned. Hoping that you must have been understanding the concepts of chemistry well and must have been working hard to get the better result. We will again try to explain, or we will come with a new lecture with the explanation of properties of ethers. Till then, thank you.